All right, just tap recording. All right. Hello, hello, hello. This is the 99th edition of the Mental Threads podcast. Sorry, Dad, I just had some Doritos and shit. My bad. Um, yes, I'm here with my guest, the one, the only outcome. If you'd like to say something.
Hey man, I appreciate you having me. It's outcome. Just a singer songwriter, humble servant of the people.
Yeah, a damn good one for real, man. I'm still hyped just listening to your SoundCloud. Like, wow, this guy really good. Why is he not selling out concerts around the world right now? Because it's like, dang, like I'm not even trying to blow smoke off nobody's ass. Like, dude, this is seriously like, listen, your music is great, like dope, man. I don't want you to think for a second I'm capping in any sense of the word.
No, I appreciate it, man, for real.
Yeah, no, seriously. Like, where do you get most of your influences from?
Um, Honestly, I'm such like a savant with it. Like I could like I've always been a writer, so writing has come naturally to me. And as far as like the music goes, I grew up just listening to all types of music. So there's like a constant jukebox in my head. I don't know if that makes sense, but like I could just be standing outside and hear the way a bird chirps or the inflection of somebody's voice, and right there, that's a song.
Oh, okay. So you kind of draw energy from pretty much everywhere, basically.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
basically, so it's just like, but like, would you say like you like were you introduced to pretty much like different genres and stuff? Like it was just like when you start like maybe Earth, Wind, and Fire, and then maybe like some of the Whispers from like one decade, and then one decade it's just like maybe some R&B, like maybe some Joe, maybe some freaking Drew Hill or something, and then like in the early 2000s maybe some Life Jennings, some Anthony Hamilton, and then like then you just went your own way. Does that kind of hit into a certain extent?
Pretty much. I My mom used to play classical music while I was like sleeping as a baby. So
Oh,
it started there. So it's like sort of, programmed in me. And then as I got older, I was just exposed to so many different genres. Like my uncle was a DJ in Japan for 22 years. My godfather, he was big on funk. My aunt, she sang. So her and my mom introduced me to a lot of neo soul, R&B and stuff. And on my own, I sort of ventured out into rock music, and that was like one of my greatest loves. A lot of people don't know that.
it's okay. No, I feel you on that. I like how you just nonchalantly just mentioned that your uncle DJs in Japan. It's just like yeah, my uncle DJs in Japan sometimes. Like he high fives the Yakuza every now and then, but it's no big deal. Like I mean, go into detail about the whole like your uncle being a DJing in Japan. I would think it'd be kind of hard, like because when it comes to Japanese culture, all I'm kind of familiar with is like anime, obviously, and just things like if I had to go to professional wrestling and stuff like New Japan Pro Wrestling, with the likes of like the Bullet Club and like Kenta and like all of them, or
Yeah.
freaking the Rainmaker and stuff of that nature, or Hiroshi Tanahashi. But it's like you think maybe samurais and like karate or some shit like that. But it's like when it comes to DJing, like being a black DJ in Japan and everything, like how'd that go for him?
Well, the thing is, hip hop culture over there is like expansive. Like they really love hip hop over there, and I wouldn't have known either. And he was in the military, so he was stationed over there for a few years, and he had picked up the hobby like during, and I guess it just stuck. And he was just like elated to be over there and just stayed for like 22 years. Like I didn't see him for a while, but he was doing his thing. But yeah, a lot of people don't know. Like I don't know if you think about a couple of like anime, like Cowboy Bebop, for instance. Like they have like the lo-fi, beats in between scenes or whatever, or like for the marketing. The hip hop scene over there is like big. I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah, no, I bet. I know, like, if I want to bring up like two examples, like Samurai Champloo and Afro
Mhm.
Samurai, and Afro Samurai was created by somebody in Japan. I'd be
Right.
thinking like maybe like somebody that, but it's just like it's just so it's like I can see where the hip hop culture kind of touches upon to a certain degree and everything. I wish we Japanese and like African Americans would kind of build more better relations now because we're so interested in each other's cultures. Like we're such big fans of anime here, and there's such big fans of hip hop there. And I feel like the one we got in the middle is like the Wu-Tang Clan and everything. And stuff of that nature. I feel like we need to collaborate more with them in regards to all sorts of things. You know, I just like because I feel like there's an interest there on both sides. You know, I feel like there's an internal admiration there. You know.
Yeah, that would be beautiful, honestly.
Yeah, no, for real. But if we got back to you and everything, you know, when I was listening to a lot of your first song, I think the first song I listened to of yours, I'm looking through my history because it's like all your songs are just sounding so hype. I think it was Tell Me. That was the first song I saw. I was like, okay, tap, because it has like a whole lot of views. And it's like the first like, wow, this is some like modern day Life Jennings type stuff. Like when you say like Life Jennings is like some of like your influences to a degree, like are you familiar with Life Jennings to a certain degree?
Yeah, I'm familiar with him. I used to listen to him a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I can kind of hear the influence. That's why I asked about your influences. Cause I'm thinking like he must mention like Life Jennings somewhere or something. I hope he mentions Life Jennings. Just for the sake of it, but it's like Anthony Hamilton and all that neo soul thing. Would you say like those characters? Would you say like they kind of like build the tone of like a lot of your styles going forward, or what your interest might be in terms of music?
A lot of music, Soul Child, D'Angelo, like that whole neo soul era, like Erykah Badu, Floetry, all of that. It's just very influential on my upbringing in music.
Yeah, no, I bet, man. No, seriously, they need to bring that genre back, ain't they? Like, it's like something about it. I feel like it kind of fell off a little bit. Maybe you're the one. You're the chosen one. You're
It's
the
the
Messiah
live
on yourself.
instrumentation, man. That's what really was lacking, because we everybody just went into the studio. Everything was crafted electronically. It's like we got away from the live instrumentation of it, and that is really the basis of neo soul. You had those Congo drums and the pianos and the keys, everything.
Yeah, no, seriously, man. You should put that on your tagline, like the Messiah of neo soul outcome. Seriously, you need to copyright that right now. Right now. I'm not trying to blow smoke. I'm not saying you can't even be a head ass about it neither. But it's just something to consider, man, because like, dude, that is so crazy. And you have a lot of songs, and I know you got merch out yourself.
Yeah.
How much you been not trying to say how much you've been making, but how deep have you gone with the merch situation? Because I also want to expand with merch after when I get back and start dropping music again. But like, well, what's up with the merch situation on your end?
So far it's a learning process, so I'm just trying to figure out how to get rid of the background for certain things so that it will go on a certain color hoodie, and like it's really a learning process right now. I'm not necessarily too far into it, but it's there, it's available, and I'm working on different emblems and different patterns and stuff that we can put out and get more sales.
Oh, that's cool. And what type of copyright? What type of software do you be using? You be using like Shopify or something like that?
It's a thing called Spring.
Spring. Okay, cool. Can you, when we get out this recording and everything, you gotta be able to forward me that information. Cause I'm trying to find like a way how to design. Do you like design it online and it just prints it for you?
No, actually, that emblem I draw myself, and then say I drew it on like a black background, and I'm trying to put it on a white hoodie. I'll go into this editing software on my MacBook and take out the background, and then I'm able to put it on the hoodie so that the black is not on the white hoodie.
So the process, I mean, in terms of like putting it on the hoodie, you just pretty much, I know you design everything, but it's just like you just put it on the hoodie on design it online, basically, like just slap it on the hoodie, and then it just prints it out for you.
Yeah.
And sends it out to people.
Yep.
All that is cool. I need to get on that seriously, because like with the whole like Mental Threads podcast, you seen the logo and everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like I be designing like my own logos too and things of that nature. And it's like I want to be able to like be able to make my own merch like when the time calls for that too, because it's just like I want to be able to maybe start performing soon and everything, and I want to be able to like put stuff out there. I want people to, like when like if they want to dive into my stuff, they can actually like put stuff like that, and just so I can be able to at least put a whole lot of change in my pocket through that way. I feel like just another way to get out there. You look more professional that way. That's great that you're on your way like that. You already got your merch situation set up. and everything and stuff of that nature. But it's just like seriously, like what in regards to your plans, like moving forward and stuff, like what really like what do you think about going next? Like, what you got any projects that you got in mind that might come out like next?
Yeah, I'm working on a EP called Duality. It's actually basically done. It's just a matter of paying the guy for the beat and the mix and the master. It's a process. But yeah, I'm gonna do a 2-side EP of that. So it'll be 6 possibly on the first on side A, and then maybe 6, 7 on the side B. And that should be coming, before the year ends. I'm toying with it. And then I'm working on my album. It'll be my first one.
Oh, it's like an album that you're connected with like a major label or independent label, or is it
No,
just
I'm independent, man.
okay? And that will be different from your last projects and stuff. Like
Yeah,
it's
those
just
are just like,
little mixtapes and
like
EPs.
right, exactly. Like they weren't like heavily mixed or, there was a lot of thought and, process to them, but I didn't put like too much money behind it. It was just for the people, you know what I'm saying?
That's cool.
Whereas this album is more so for me.
Definitely when you go on tour, I gotta get a ticket, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, absolutely,
Definitely
man.
gotta get in the front, or so I gotta get some VIP, man. Like, hey, I'll come way before any of y'all even hopped on.
Absolutely.
Seriously, like it's just like because it already sounded like a concert already. So it's just
Yeah.
like that's really that's really really good that within the first couple songs people already resonate. Like when I be putting songs out, I be thinking like, some people might like it, some people might not. Like that's what I be thinking. They be
Yeah.
saying it's good, 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 but it's just I be like, yeah, thank you, I guess. Well, I don't be thinking it'd be like all that and stuff, but it's just like, but dang, it's like wow, it's
Yeah.
crazy how you're like so humble about the matters too, because it's like, man, it's just like, because that's some really, really good music and stuff. It's just like, so it's like, are you like part of like a group or something, or is it just you're doing it all by yourself and it's just you solo dolo?
I have a producer, we're not like a group, but I have this one producer, or actually like 2. I have 2 solid producers that I go to for my beats, and we've, developed relationships, and they're like family to me now. But as far as like, a collective, I don't have that. I never have had it. So I've been doing all this, alone, and it's a process, like for real. And if I could, pass anything on to anybody, definitely get you a team, because that is so important. Because doing this alone takes a very long time.
Oh yeah, no, I bet, man. It's just like take it from me. I would do the whole music thing. I haven't dropped a project since 2021 or like early 2021 in April, and it's
Okay.
just like I was hoping to drop more songs this year, but then it was just I had trying to find a job and
Yeah.
everything, and then
Yep.
like you found a job, and then you had to leave that job over something dumb, and then it's just like now you're finding another job, and now it's like most of the year's finished and stuff, and then a whole lot of stuff in the background happened. And it's just I was shooting to really drop 50 songs this year because I was going to drop so many projects. I had so many beats that are like free for profit that I
What
just
kind of
had
music do you
stocked
make?
up on my computer and everything. And I
What
just
kind of
thought
music?
like, what's up?
What kind of music do you make?
I mean, it's just like I don't really have like a type so far, but it's like I'm mostly lyrical and
Yeah.
everything. I'm very heavy with the lyrical and
Gotcha.
stuff. And then it's just like, but there's like whole sense of like trap with a little bit of like an ASAP tendency right here and a little bit of
Okay.
like, just right there and right here. It's just like, but it's just in my flavor. You know what I mean? Um,
Gotcha.
but I'm also interested in using other beats. Like if I use like acoustic and like, Afro beats or other things like that, or just regular boom bop. Boom bop beats I've seemed to catch on a little bit better too. But it's like I just went with the trap beats because I felt like it was something that was more fresh and like something that people will like want to be drawn to. I
Yeah.
want to save all that for like later on in the line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just
Definitely.
like, yeah, it is a process. And I'm doing that and I'm doing this podcast situation. And it's like I'm not even like marketing it so far right now. I want to wait until I get that 150 first. So it's like once I actually put it out there in the spirit, like people would just kind of look through and see which episodes they want to watch. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Kind of built it like that. And which I do have a plan for that also, but it's like it's all like a process, like you said, and everything. But I feel like that's good that you're able to do this all by yourself, from the merch to the music, and like, yeah, you got some producers here, and you got to mix and master it. But for you to like do so much, like get that far, like by yourself, like that's really nothing to sleep on at all.
I appreciate that, man.
You sure it's no problem?
I need to hear that. Honestly, sometimes you need to hear it.
No, I feel that. I feel that, but you know, you hear it from like like that's amazing. Now, in terms of like growing up and everything, you're from where exactly you from?
I'm from Atlanta, Southwest Atlanta to be exact.
Oh, okay. No matter, you're so good at music because everybody knows like seriously, but it's just but anyway, so how's life like growing up in Atlanta? You're pretty much born and raised down there, right?
Honestly, I left here when I was 13. My mom dragged me up north. So I lived in Connecticut, then I went to college in Boston. And I really started like taking my music seriously in Boston. So I always give them, credit because they embraced me. I had my first shows there. I don't know if you heard of the Middle East, they closing down, but they hosted a lot of artists coming up, and it's sad to see it go, but
Yeah, be like that. I mean, it is what it is. At least you can say that you're at least part of the history there and stuff of that
right.
nature. Yeah, I'm from Charlotte and everything. We had a mall called Eastland Mall and
Yeah.
everything. It was right around town, like not right around town, like right around from where I stay at. Like, cause I stay on East Side Charlotte, so it's Eastland Mall, East Side Charlotte, and everything. That was a mall that was made in 1975. And like literally, like it was like a good mall for like the
Yeah.
first couple of decades, but then it's just like with a lot of like a lot of the minority like Hispanic, African, and African American people started like kind of filling up the areas,
Mhm.
and that side of town. It just went crazy for a little bit. Not saying it's like our fault or nothing, but
Nah.
it just kind of went crazy. Like people were like just starting fights over there, and everybody used to go to that mall, bro. It was such like a landmark type mall. And everything, like they had a hockey ring. It's such a vibe. If you ever like look up Eastland Mall, like Charlotte and everything, bro, like inside, outside, how it would look and everything, it was like a cool neighborhood mall. And then it's just like they had to shut it down because people were acting stupid. So it's like, I feel you. And it might not have a whole lot to do with music, but it would have been great like for networking. Like if
Yeah,
it
for
was used
sure.
like right now and everything, if they just like rented the area for like or used some of the places like for concerts and stuff, a little independent concerts, it would be so great. Like it was so many ways you could have made money with that place. But
Yeah.
it's just, it's just the businessman in me. Like I graduated from NCCU, so like, it's just
Okay. That's
you
dope.
always think about like all the business oriented. They always like it's always intriguing to me
Mhm.
how things go. But it's just like, outside of music, what are some other interests that you have and everything?
Um, I'm big on traveling. I definitely love, going different places. Corona messed up my plans, so I still have yet to leave the country, but I make sure that I go to a different state every time I can. And culinary. A lot of people don't know that about me. I love to cook. I love to watch people cook. I love to, just everything about food. It's intriguing.
It's good. It's good, man. And so seriously, like I have a whole playlist on YouTube and everything where
Okay.
it's just food that I really want to learn how to make or whatever. And it's just sits there. I kind of like want to let it sit there until I move like out and really like move into my own apartment and stuff like that. Cause I don't want to have to burn. I don't want to be cooking stuff and my mom be like, "Ew, like, what you burning all that damn stuff?" And it's just like, like I want to be in my own space. So I feel like that's just something you just gotta concentrate. Like it's just full concentration when it comes to like making some food and
Absolutely.
stuff of that nature. It's just like so. Like, what are some favorite things that you like to make? Culinary wise.
Anything jerk. So jerk chicken, jerk salmon. I'm Jamaican, so I grew up around a lot of that stuff, a lot of brown stew, chicken, stuff like that. I'll dabble in like other things. Like I'm learning how to grill, even though I don't eat half the stuff, but still it's cool as a host, to be able to cook people's food correctly.
No, that's good, man. No, seriously, like I love Jamaican food, man. Like the red peas and
Yeah.
the red beans and the oxtail. Can't beat that. Hit that every time.
Yeah.
Every time. It's just that's my go-to. I might go spread to other types of dishes too by Jamaica, but it's like that was just I
That's
just
the
love it.
go-to.
I can't go like I'm African. I'm West African. I know you get
Okay.
up in a Liberian toast crunch, so it's just like it's just something about Jamaican food is kind of similar. So it's just like it's just you gotta love it. So have you ever tried any African dishes like fufu or igusa?
Not yet, man. I've been trying to, meet some people so that I could do that. Like I said, I'm be so zoned out into this whole music thing. I'll be forgetting to get out and network, and that's my issue. But that's definitely in my plans because I hear good things about Fufu.
Yeah, definitely check it out. Definitely check it out for sure. Cause it's just like if you find like a right place, I don't know like what the African food scene is looking like in Atlanta. 'Cause I ain't step out there before.
Yeah.
I gotta test the waters with that one. But it's just but yeah, one something like when you find like real good food or igusa or whatever. Igusa is what the Nigerians they call it.
Okay.
Fufu is like what a lot the Ghanas and Liberian folk and I think Sierra Leone a little bit like call it. So it's just like it's so good. Just like I like with spaghetti, it tastes like it's whatever until you put the sauce on it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, like with like fufu and soup and everything. You just kind of grab like the ball of doughy substance and you just kind of dunk it in the soup, and then you then swallow the doughy substance dipped in the soup, basically. So it's just so delicious. I like now my mouth is starting to water just talking about it. It's like, dang, now I gotta hit up one of my aunties, like, please make me some. But it's like, yeah, it's really delicious. It's like that's like the food of the warrior, That's what people used to eat before they go out for battle and everything back then.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Just some history right there. And there's some other foods you can try, like some potato greens. My mom just made some with some lamb and everything. And then you can just put it on some rice. That's really, really good. I'm about to heat some up right quick as soon as we get out and everything. It's just that's one thing about African food. Like the older you get, you start to appreciate it and everything. Cause it's just like be like, oh, we got food at home. It's like, no, I want McDonald's. Like,
Right.
and I was like, I could go for some McDonald's, but I got some food at home. So some
Right.
potato greens. They got potato greens, pan butter. That's another good soup. And it's just like those are the fufu soup. GB, which is like just like the same thing as fufu soup, but just one you eat with a spoon, and one you eat with your hands.
Okay.
And then it's just one you eat with a spoon and it's kind of watery. And one you eat with one is just with your hands and then it's kind of like it's very, very thick soup. And then there's palava sauce, which is very oily, but you put on rice too, and like potato greens. Like those are the four main dishes to me that you gotta try and everything. You can try other ones too, but it's like just put it if you ever want to make a list and everything. I know because you're really heavy with the culinary stuff. Like be sure you can definitely check that stuff out for sure. That's what a lot of Africans were eating. So I want to encourage the diaspora wherever they might be, whether it's in Brazil or
Yeah.
Dominican Republic or Jamaica or America or Canada. It's just like if you've never tried it, you got to knock it out because that's what our people were eating for generations beforehand. So it's like just something to keep in mind, and stuff of that nature. So I know you spoke about like your time in Boston. How do you describe the climate in Boston? Like when you're like the whole social climate and just day to day activities and just stuff with the music grind and stuff of that nature. How would you describe it?
Um, I'll say this: the difference between Atlanta and most of the North is you'll be embraced here. I know there's like this heavy connotation about, the violence going on right now, but if they mess with you, the whole city gonna mess with you. You know what I'm saying? Whereas up north, it's like everybody is at each other's head. There's no type of unity. But I'm starting to see it, like now that I've left, like as far as like the poets and the spoken word and the rappers, like they're doing a lot of things together, and I'm noticing, and it's like it's a beautiful thing because when I was there, I didn't really see that. Like it was just a few people out of Boston, but they weren't really, trying to put other people on or build other people up. Not saying that, people want handouts, but it's, as artists, like we gotta stick together, you know what I'm saying? Because we get the shit end of the stick sometimes because we are artists and people think we're not doing anything, like, oh, get a job, da, da. You know what I'm saying? Like we literally make the world thrive and go around. Without art, people think that they don't need it. Like if you're reading a book, that's art. You have a collection of paintings in your home, that's art. You listen to music every day, that's art. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's really underappreciated. And it's good to see that they are becoming a collective up there. When I was there, it was more so, just feet to the pavement, and I have a homie out in Cali. He really put me on, like, as far as the shows go. And then after that, it was more so I had to do the work myself. But after that first show, I was doing it more consistently, and it really helped with the social anxiety and the confidence and selling, and like you said, the business side of it. So, like I said, I've always given Boston their just due as far as like where
Just
I
everything in general, just learning experience as a whole. Yeah, no,
exactly.
I feel that. I feel that on a whole lot of sides, man. Because it kind of be like that to a certain degree here in Charlotte, man. Like we don't have a whole lot of unity, and we're in the South, like, but we're
Right.
like the bougie part of the South. Like it's just like we seem to value people for just being like full of themselves as opposed to just
Mhm.
actually trying and being expressive. That's the thing. Like go into detail about your experiences out there in Atlanta. You say Atlanta is just more accepting and like just more open and stuff to things down there in Atlanta, like supportive is what you're saying.
Um, how do I explain? It's more so if you grew up around here. Like you could be the dopest person ever, but if you from like Montana or something, people gonna be a little apprehensive. But if you have the right cosign, then everybody, they gonna rock with you. Like I've done, artist development and stuff, and I've worked with people like producers who like have worked with several people, and like anytime I come in there, they face light up because they're like, oh, I know he gonna come in here, he gonna do what he need to do, he gonna make some fire ass stuff, and those relationships are priceless because it just leads you to different things. But like I've had opportunities to make music for clothing lines and stuff through those relationships. You know what I'm saying? So it's if they rock with you, they're gonna embrace you. You know what I'm saying? Whereas certain areas of the country is like, all right, I'll tell you you're nice, but my actions are gonna speak otherwise.
Dang, that's yeah, man. That's not good at all. I just feel like
Nah,
like Atlanta is popping now, but I think because of that mentality, because it's like in Charlotte, it's weird and everything. Like it's like people try to compete with against you instead of trying to like work with you or trying to like build like try to be like more of an asset to kind of help people along in their way. Like
absolutely.
I've always been the type to just help as an asset. Like for instance, like there's something on Instagram called Crowd Freak. I'm not sure if you heard of. Have you heard of it?
You sent it to me last night. I checked it out. It looks dope.
Okay. Yeah, so you're one of the people I was sending. I was sending it to multiple people because I follow so many artists and everything. And it's like it looks like they have like something going for them. That although they're just starting out and everything, it looks like they're setting up shows and stuff. And it looks like they're actually getting stuff situated. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
just like I hear like stuff from the people I interview, and I'm like, you know what? They need to work with y'all and everything, because I'm going to work with them too one day once I get back in the studio again. And
yeah.
it's just like, while we're just trying to keep their momentum going, let me just try to see if they can hook up with other people. Like, because like to give people opportunities by flying them out, helping them with their hotel, and getting them to the concert that they can be able to perform at and
Right.
everything. That's good, man. Like that's something that's an opportunity I want to be able to put people onto. So that's why I sent it out. And it's like this is before I even listened to like your music, like heavy and everything. But now I'm like, okay, I really did the right thing then, because like, well, dude's about to sell out.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. For real, honestly.
But no, seriously, I know we got like 9 more minutes and everything, but I just want to go into detail and everything. So you pretty much checked out Crowd Freak and everything they had to offer.
Yeah, it's different from the other distributors because that they aren't setting up shows and stuff. Because I release my music through DistroKid. Never have I ever gotten an email or even looked on their bio and it's just saying that they provide these opportunities. It's just I'm just distributing your music, which is cool. But that right there that's something different. That's a game changer.
Yeah, like literally, it's just like I don't know, like DistroKid. After when I uploaded stuff to DistroKid, it was so hard to find my own music, and I'm just like, I can't wait to re-release my mixtape again through Distro
Yeah.
Freak, which is what they distribute the music through is
Got
Distro Freak, which would be like on Tidal and everything. Like maybe if I do it through them, like maybe then like I could be able to find myself a lot easier maybe I could be able to, just do all sorts of things. You know what I'm saying? So it's just stuff of that nature. So it's just like all my music, I'm going to distribute it to them like from now on instead of DistroKid, because I keep trying to change like an aspect of my name and DistroKid won't even allow me to do it. Like, it's like my rap name is Toasty ESV, as you can see. So it's like,
Right.
you notice that after the dollar sign, the T is still capital, right?
Right.
I look it up and it's like it's not the same. Everywhere I try to look up my name and it's like, I try to just ignore it for now. I was like, okay, maybe I'll just change it later and everything. But I keep trying to change it on DistroKid and it never changes. Like I don't know if it's a DistroKid thing or whatever, but it's just not working.
That's weird.
It is weird, very, very weird. But it's just like I heard that you gotta like pay more money if you want to change stuff like that up, and I'm just like, no, I pay enough, man. It's just like I haven't even dropped anything and stuff. So it's just like like that's my next case. So because they have all types of festivals, they got the whole they got the backwood bonfire
Yeah.
festival that's gonna be lit. The 420 festival that's also gonna be lit because they'll get people like Wiz Khalifa and Currency and like Snoop Dogg out there, so you can network with them also. Like it's just like it's just not just independent people. I know BDF the Pac Man or BFB. Is it BFB or BDF? BFB the Pac Man. I don't know. I fuck with dude. And he just they be doing shows out there in Detroit. And I know in Detroit, and he'll be out there at them shows too. And it's just like it's just they got the whole they just got a whole lot of opportunity. They even got a Halloween theme festival and stuff. And I'm just like, it's only gonna get bigger and bigger. So you might as well just while they're right in their infancy stage and stuff.
Right.
It's like 35K right now, and then that could lead to just more opportunities down the line. So it's like definitely something to consider.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man, I feel like you're gonna kill it with them people, like for sure, like especially now. It's just like because they're gonna be like, and they're responsive too. That's one of the best parts about it.
Yeah.
Like,
That that definitely plays a factor because like you get these automated messages and stuff like that, which is cool, but like they give you like the runaround sometimes, and it's just like I understand what you want from me, so I'm gonna get off of here.
dang, and it's just like with this type of service and everything, like dead ass, like I literally even said on a comment one time, I was like, man, one day I'm gonna work with y'all. I can't wait to look at work for y'all and everything. And after that, they just reply like, hey, we'll be waiting whenever you're ready. And then it's
That's dope.
just like that. So it's just like you'll get a chance to perform in front of them, like in a little room, kind of get a feel for what your music is and stuff of that nature. I'm sure it's something to trust. They seem like the type of people that actually like, values music,
Yeah.
because some people be claiming that they mess with music, but it's really just for attention or just for
Right,
shallow stuff.
yeah, for
And you
sure.
can tell the difference based on how like competitive or what they're competitive over. People who actually like this music thing actually just want to compete with themselves and just get
Mhm.
better. Everybody else is like a measuring stick, but you're really just trying to get better than what you used to be. Some people just feel threatened, like when other people like start to be good, and like they just can't take like when people say anything positive about them, and then they start hating or spreading rumors and stuff like that. Like that's some bitch nigga shit. But it's like that's just how it is sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
No.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's really, really unfortunate. But I'm gonna end this recording. Since we can continue with the next one, I don't want to just cut out away anyway, like out of nowhere. So we just continue on the next recording, and we'll be able to like speak more on other matters. That's cool with you.
Okay, cool.
All right, cool. I'm gonna hop on in a little bit. Just gotta get some things together. Okay. All right, cool. Back to the whole situation. I know we spoke on a whole lot of matters in regards to crowd freak and stuff of that nature.
Yeah.
Um, if we were to like to transition back to your culture and stuff, I know you said you were like a Jamaican and stuff of that nature. How do you feel like that's influenced your style to a certain degree?
Um, I feel like, growing up in Jamaican culture, you sort of appease to the crowd. You know what I'm saying? So like when I think about my music, obviously I'm, making what I want to hear, but I'm also, testing the waters, make sure people are feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if you ever been to like a bashment party or anything, but the DJ is always, testing the waters, making sure people, feeling the music, make sure everybody is, vibing. And that's always how I've been, like even at my, shows, with the music, just making sure the people feel it, because music is vibrations. You want to have a good vibration.
Yeah, seriously, but it seems like a lot of Jamaican folks seem to catch on to rhythms and stuff so easily
Yeah.
and things of that nature. There's a lot of rappers who are of Jamaican descent. I just interviewed one guy by the name of Wolf, Long Live Wolf.
Okay.
That's his tagline. If you want to check him out or everything, he mentioned a lot about his Jamaican culture influencing his style to a certain degree. Like one Jamaican rapper I know off the top of my head is the Notorious B.I.G. I know that he has roots in Jamaica and stuff of that nature, and that kind of like influences his style and stuff. So it's just like it's just so crazy. Do you just feel like maybe y'all just naturally gifted with a gift of rhythm?
I think the entire diaspora is honestly like, because there's no us without our African roots.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't really just give it to Jamaica. No disrespect to anybody, but I think we just as a people, we just got the rhythm. We it might take some longer.
Mm-hmm.
We got it. You know what I'm saying? Like we catch on, and it's a beautiful thing for sure.
Oh yeah, no, definitely, most definitely, for sure, and all that. So it's like, so growing up within like a Jamaican household and everything. How exactly? What was that experience like? Because I know, like, I've been like Liberian parents. It's an experience, man. I swear, it's just I feel like only Liberian kids will get like what it's like living under Liberian parents. Well, like, explain like what's it like with like in the Jamaican household.
Uh, it was really just me and my mom. So like I didn't have like the aunts and the uncles and all that stuff like a lot of people do because it's like a community thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just mainly me and her. But there are definitely things that popped out. It's like, oh yeah, you Jamaican as hell.
Mm-hmm.
like you can't be lazy. Like if you just lounging around, it's a no. like
Mm-hmm.
you could work hard for 6 days, and on that seventh day you want to relax. No, it's not happening. Get up and clean or something. You know what I'm saying? Everything could be clean, everything could be done, but you got to find something to do. And that's always how my mom has been. Like, get up, do something. Like that old Goody Mob song.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good though. That's actually good to instill something like that within you. Like to be sloth like and lazy and everything. It's gonna be hard in regards to like accomplish your goals or to go make something of yourself. You're always lounging around and stuff. So it's like, that's actually very, very. That's a very good quip to grow up on.
Absolutely.
Do you feel like that kind of tracked when your work ethic in regards to music as a whole?
I would say that has had a major effect on my work ethic and everything. Like I don't slack nothing. Like even if I don't want to do it, I'll work that much harder to not be doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I feel you. I feel you.
And as far as music goes, like I told you, I've always been a writer, so I'm just in there pumping stuff out. You know what I'm saying? And if I need to go back and correct something, I'll do that. But it's always been like overtime with me as far as like making songs and recording and just doing what I do.
Yeah, no, no, seriously. Do you ever think about like I know people think about like Jamaican culture, would think like maybe dance hall or like freaking reggae music. Do you want to probably go into those genres or maybe kind of what am I trying to say? Trying to like get into those type of genres or like maybe like influence into your style a little bit more, maybe make a couple reggae songs or dance hall songs. Do you think about maybe put that on your bucket list or what's up?
Uh, Maybe I don't know. Like the way I think about it is like it has to come to me naturally. You know what I'm saying? I understand that like I have Jamaican descent, but I'm not from there. So a lot of people be having issues with like Yankees. That's what they call us because we from America. Like, like why the Yankees making dance hall music? Da, da, da. I'm like, I get it. I ain't trying to step on no toes. But if it comes to me, or if I link with a Jamaican artist and they want to do that, then I'm all for it.
I feel like that's something you should probably step in, like, whenever you feel slided to. Like, I especially have a very strong interest between dancehall and reggae music, especially, from Lucky Dubie on the dancehall side, obviously Bob Marley, and all types of reggae artists from that end. But then it's just like Steel Pulse and so on. I could go on and on about who is who in the reggae side of things, but also on the dance hall with like Sean Paul. And it's just, it just goes on and on for that. I wish I could make a list of lists. I just put the music on and like YouTube just puts on Pandora stuff. So it's just like, I just be all like with Wayne Wonder and everybody. So it's just like, are you pretty familiar with a lot of these artists?
Absolutely. It's classics. We named a lot of classic artists. Like you got Wayne Wonder, Vibes Cartel, as far as reggae, Sizzla, Buju, it's a lot of great artists out of Jamaica. So I understand, the inclination to want to hear that and hear more of it.
Oh no, sir. Have you been to Jamaica before? I know you've been to Jamaica like probably several times. So,
oh man, I haven't. Like I was saying, Corona messed everything up. I was gonna go there. That was my first trip outside of the United States, and then next thing I know, the entire world is being shut down.
Man, me and you are on the same boat, man. I was supposed to go to Liberia this year for the first time, but it's like, sadly my grandfather passed, so it's just like all the money I had to save, I had to go straight there and everything. Yeah, I had no life insurance at all. So it just became crazy. It's just like, so it's just like, I think I'm just gonna have to save going back home to Liberia for like maybe next year, hopefully. And it's just like, it sucks. It's just like, cause I'm getting older and everything, I want to settle down and just chillax and everything, but I want to see the world too. And I want to get the whole seeing the world part out of the way as fast as I can, but as memorably as I can before I settle down. So I can be like, okay, yeah, I've been here, I've been there, I was able to reconnect with my roots and stuff. And then, cause that stuff gets harder when you start like a family and stuff of that nature, and you start really settling that, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, this is one of the main reasons I want to get into this business for sure. Not one of the main reasons, but just one of like the more obscure reasons, because you'll get a chance to travel all over the world. So it's just something that you want to. If your passions could take you all over the place, why not take it? You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. It's just like, man, to go back home to like Liberia. What's on your bucket list for going back home to Jamaica in your case?
Definitely get some, real food. Like I don't want to, go to no resort or nothing. Like I need to go to the jerk pit. I need to go, to the beaches. I need to be around the people, go to an actual, function. Because a lot of people they go to Jamaica, but they, taking pictures and doing this stuff on the resort. They're not really getting a full, feel of the island.
Oh yeah, no, seriously. I bet like that the food must be mad authentic down there. Because it's just like, we come here. I be trying to find the most authentic Jamaican spot I can find. The best way I be trying to do with and trying to check the reviews and see which one's the most rude.
Yeah.
Because like that's how I feel. That's how I know it's like authentic. It'll be like, oh yeah, the food was okay, but the scenery was kind of a little bit unorganized. Like, did you come there for food or organization?
If the lady behind the counter is rude as fuck, that's how you know the food gonna be fired.
Yes, gotta get my plantain, my rice beans, my oxtail. That's my go-to right there, man. Oh, that's bringing back some memories. Go back when I was at NCCU. That was like when I had some little money to go eat and everything. I would try to go to the Jamaican spot. I think one of my friends introduced me to that spot. I'm like, yes, I need to get my oxtails on. Gotta get my oxtails on. Not everywhere I go. If I go like outside, I just want to check like what's the nearest Jamaican spot just in case.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but that's actually a very wondrous culture that you have there. Like I know with a lot of the islands, so like with slavery and everything, it's like there's always a lot of heartache and a lot of like the present time. But I feel like a lot of the diaspora, we go our own way. We make fun where we can, like after some years and everything, and we bring about hip hop, country music, blues and stuff of that nature, jazz, reggae, dancehall, so many genres of music just off the diaspora alone, and it just doesn't stop there and everything. So it's just like, that's crazy that you haven't been back to Jamaica yet. I bet it's just you have a long bucket list of things to do, huh?
Man,
trying to go to the beaches, trying to probably fall in love with some Jamaican woman over there.
I gotta get my locks done over there too. My sister was telling me, she's like, they're gonna do your locks. I was like, all right, bet.
And she said it with the accent too.
Yeah, she's heavy Jamaican. Yeah, super Jamaican. Like
Okay, so you're like the baby of the family, so you're just born in the States, and so you're around it like all the accent, but you ain't really been to the country yet.
Right, exactly.
Dang, that must be amazing. Cause the accents are beautiful and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, I
This
was trying to holler at one Jamaican girl on campus at SCCU, but it's just the time steps are kind of messed up, so it's like, oh man, all this homework to do this, I never have time to just find time to just go out for nothing, man. Dang, I sometimes I regret it for thoughts. I'm like, man, her voice was so beautiful, and it's just like. I be thinking about it from time to time, but it is what it is. It is what it is, man, for sure. But that's just all the more reason to go to Jamaica, huh?
Yeah, for sure, bro.
No, seriously. What are some other places besides Jamaica you'd like to travel to?
I've always been inclined to go to Australia. I don't know why, but Perth is beautiful. I know everybody talks about Sydney and Melbourne, but Perth is a beautiful place. I want to go to Greece. Definitely want to go to Nigeria, Kenya. I might stop through Egypt. Just for it's a must. I haven't really thought about too many European countries, but I'm sure by
I
the
would say
middle.
like France or maybe United Kingdom, Spain, a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take your word for it. Yeah, Spain. I might have to do a visa. A visa.
Yeah, I don't know too much about Russia. There's so much shit going on over there.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know.
I'm good.
I'm good. You ain't gonna freaking hold me hostage. Like, no, you can't get on this plane no more, nigga. You're a hostage now. You better call CNN and shit. Better send some money here and be like, I don't know, man.
They ain't been good to me.
You got no ties to no CNN. But yeah, definitely I want to hit France for sure. Definitely like the Netherlands. Have you seen? I know you've watched Atlanta.
Absolutely. I just saw the two episodes they dropped Thursday.
Oh yeah, have they already started the new season?
Yeah.
How long ago was it when they dropped the third season? I felt they dropped the third season like yesterday.
Yeah, it was at the top of the year. But I think like a lot of these shows that are like coming to an end, they just try to, get it done with.
Just hurry up with it.
Yeah, because I feel like that's how they did Insecure too.
Dang, because I know it took a while for them to find another season for season 3. So I was just like, what?
Right.
They did another season already?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, dang. But it's all good for me, man. I ain't even finished the third one yet. It's on Hulu. I'm trying to watch it on Hulu. So it's like, I guess it gives me more time to just sit down and watch it, huh?
Yeah, by the time you finish that, this one will be over. So now you got more to watch.
Yeah, no, seriously, and it's just like with Childish Gambino basically writing for the song for the show and everything. Childish Gambino has done so much, and it's crazy because he's from Atlanta and everything, and it's just like it's just one thing I really love about Atlanta is like how it's starting to carry like its own like flavor. You know what I'm saying? Its own like character. Atlanta in itself is like a character in itself. From your Gucci Mans, your Jeezys, and then your Andre 3000's here, and then your Childish Gambino's here and stuff. There's so much diversity in the sound that it just makes it so interesting to just delve into that I wish Charlotte would kind of catch on with already, but it's just like, it's still a process and stuff of that nature. What are some artists from Atlanta that you feel like it's just such a like it's such a treasure to the city? Like what are some that are just some big players that you seem to admire and why?
Um, I'm definitely 103,000 for sure. Big Boy too. Outcast as a whole. Killer Mike, I feel like he don't get his just due.
Yo, before we go into dude, how great is Killer Mike though?
He's
It's
amazing.
like, bro, like I swear he's like the unofficial member of Outkast, bro. Because every time he features, bro, he kills the track all the time.
Absolutely.
Like I know you heard the song "Whole World" and his like his middle his verse in the middle of it after Andre 3000's. You know what I'm talking? The Whole World from
Yeah.
Outkast. Like the whole world, and he just kills it like focus it down. It's just like, bro. Just look up every Killer Mike track they did, every Outkast track they did with Killer Mike, bro. Like I swear he's like the unofficial like Outkast member to me.
He's still killing it with Running Jewels, man. Like I still listen to him. So like it's a lot.
I wish he would have blew up way long before, like like the whole Run the Jewels stuff, because it's just like he was too good, man.
Absolutely.
Way too good, even in Outkast. But beyond Killer Mike, like who else?
Let me think. I like Earth Gang a lot. They remind me of Outkast. Black is cool. He really sort of shifted the culture with his sound. Um,
I didn't even know Black was from Atlanta. Oh my gosh. I
uh,
forgot. Like I feel dumb as hell. Just thinking like, what? Black's from Atlanta? That's all I have my whole head. I'm like, what the? Of course he is. Like, why not?
of course, T.I. gotta give T.I. his just due because he do a lot of things, diplomatic and activist on the activist side. And plus, he was a hard rapper, so like I can't disrespect T.I. He got to go on that list.
Expeditiously has to go on that list.
Like Gucci is definitely like one of my favorite artists from Atlanta.
Yeah, no, seriously. Yeah, Gucci Man is the shit, man. I remember it's a bump the whole freaking return of Mr. Zone 6 and everything.
About him is his work ethic.
Yeah, because he used to drop like a mixtape like every week.
Man, everybody was talking about Wayne and Jadakiss, all the people who had the mixtape game messed up. A lot of people don't understand how frequently Gucci used to drop, and it was just heaven.
No, seriously, it's just like I personally be like, why you got all these damn songs out? It's just like, man, let me just look up how many songs Gucci Man has dropped. Hold on a second. I'm about to ask Google right now. Hold up.
Definitely probably thousands, man. I'm telling you.
How many songs has Gucci Man dropped? Like, okay, like 100 singles. Okay, how much? It's probably a lot. I'm about to check the Wikipedia page to see what's up. I know Wikipedia is like not the best source, but at the same time, they be getting some shit right. Hold up. Okay.
Dude, the mixtape. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, it's a mix, like 74 mixtape.
Right.
100 singles, 1 soundtrack album, 3 collaboration albums, 7 compilation albums, 14 studio albums, 7 EPs. But the mixtape, 74 mixtapes. I'm like, what the hell?
And all of them had at least 20 songs on them, bro. So like they was working.
No, dead ass, bro. It's hard to say what song's your favorite Gucci Man song. All I just know is like how many projects. Yeah, I know Mr. Zone 6, Return of East Atlanta Santa. It's like it just has so many good like so many wonderful like songs and shit that he dropped there. I just wish I had a car in high school to just bump it when I was really really on him. Cause I swear I would just be Gucci Man all day, bro. That was the shit, bro. Those are some memories right there, man. But beyond Gucci Man, who else? Or is the stop at Gucci Man?
Got Pastor Troy, of course. Future is another hard worker. Thug, we gonna give it to him. He's another hard worker.
Lil Baby.
Yeah, he's definitely the prize of the city right now. Trying to think of the women. I'm not trying to disrespect the women right now. It's a lot of.
No, man, take your time. Whatever comes to mind, I'm sure they'll understand.
Kelly is from Atlanta. She is fire.
Who from Atlanta?
Kelly Rowland.
Yeah, Kelly Rowland. Yeah, definitely can't forget Kelly Rowland.
Also, there's another artist that a lot of people don't really know about. Her name is Tanaria. I don't know if you ever heard of her.
Tanaria. I mean, I heard of Kari Fo. I think it's Kari Fo from Atlanta.
Yeah, she's fired too. I don't know if Kari Fo is from Arkansas.
Shit, I feel dumb as fuck. I just know she did a song with Josh Gambino. I don't know why I just assumed that. Damn. Yeah. Fuck. How do you find a rapper from Arkansas? Like, what the hell's out there in Arkansas? I'm not trying to diss Arkansas out here. I'm just for our viewers. I'm just saying, I don't know what's out there. I hope to maybe if I go past there when I'm on tour or something like that, maybe then I'll get a better see what's all that about and stuff of that nature. But
that's Walmart from.
Wait, what?
So that's where Walmart is from.
I mean, yeah, obviously, because it's like the way it kind of grew out. It's like such a silent killer and everything with freaking Walmart and stuff. But it's just like, like it's not they got a Walmart convention center like in Arkansas. They probably do, but I don't know. That is so crazy. But I know you're trying to list some female artists from Atlanta. I know you got Ice Spice is from New York, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously. But it's like, but what are the artists from Atlanta, like female artists? Like, I know you're trying to like list some female artists.
No, like I was saying, Tanneria, like when you get a chance, actually, I'm gonna send you her page. Like she's amazing, bro. Like
Yeah, yeah, sure. Send me that stuff for sure, like to the DM for sure.
yeah, for sure. This is a shame because I should know more.
No, it's okay. It's not. I mean, most of the Charlotte female artists I know, it's like they're artists that I'm just that are like we're all trying to make it together. So I haven't made it yet.
Yeah.
First one I know is like okay, there's Tiani's Rose, Little John 4K. That's what she calls herself. What's another artist? She used to call herself Lady T. Now she just calls herself something else. I forget what it was. She's a dope artist. There's more. There's more that I know. Freaking. I can't believe that.
Monica is from Atlanta. How could I forget Monica? Definitely Monica.
Yeah, Monaco for sure. That we're literally just sitting here trying to think of female artists in our own city. Like we're like, what? Y'all don't know your own city. Like I ain't trying to be trash, yo. It's just. I don't know. Maybe it's just. Like it was just all listen to female artists all day. So it's just like like don't shit on us, man. It's just.
Summer Walker.
Yeah, Summer Walker. Yeah. SZA's from California, right?
SZA's from Jersey.
Jersey. Oh shit. I'm getting everyone's whole geography messed up. I would never have guessed from New Jersey.
Shit, TLC. One of my favorites. Abra. I don't know if you ever heard of Abra. Abra from Atlanta. So I really rock with Abra. She goes hard.
I ain't heard of Amber, but it's like, well, her name Amber?
Abra, like abracadabra.
Oh, no, I haven't heard her. I'll probably just look her up or something pretty soon. It's like that. We're just really just burning like freaking like recording time. Just talk.
Hey, man.
Back to you, Mr. Outcome. All right, so like explain like how you growing up though, like through elementary school, middle school, and high school. Like where you sitting there? Were you like we the cool kids, the sporty kids, or were you just the artistic kids?
I was the nerd turned artistic kid turned into a nerdy jock because I played basketball in college. So you probably can't tell this, but I'm 6'7", so like I've been,
Oh, so you're just dunking on niggas every day.
Right. I've been forced to, play sports, but music has always been at, the back and front sides of my mind.
No, dang, 6'7", that's actually tall. So I'm only 6'1". Like, dang, dude. Yeah. Just dunking on everybody. You're a whole cheat code. Why aren't you in the NBA right now, man?
That's a funny story, man. I tried to transfer to Georgia State, and my old school was holding my transcripts. So I tried to go to Clayco. I tried to do everything. Like they would not give me my transcript. So I just started making music. I just stopped. You know what I'm saying? Like I still put the ball up or whatever, but it became less of a dream for me when I started to refocus on what really made me happy, which was music.
Yeah, man. No, seriously, it's good to pick your passions and everything. Heck, I was growing up. My parents wanted me to be a doctor and shit. And I thought I kind of did that first. I thought it was pretty cool and everything. I used to read a whole lot of medical books, and I'm like, wow, this is really, really cool. But then you grow older, and then things happen, and then it's just like, I feel like music kind of saved my life growing up, So it's just like, this is just something I just want to give back to the medium. It's not a matter of being famous or making a whole lot of money, although like, what if it does? That'd be pretty cool too. But it's really just giving back to the universe, because I feel like when the universe really like showcases you something they could really fall in love with and everything, that's just something that's really like that's a clue to really like I need to really invest into this. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, man. No, seriously, man. So it's just like so you just chose music over like your whole basketball career and everything, or was it just like something that's just like it's whatever on the basketball side?
I re-chose it. You know what I'm saying? Because music was always there. It wasn't until I start, getting, large. I'm like, all right, let's pick up the basketball. And it wasn't even like my own decision. You know what I'm saying? Like I was being, peer pressured and coaches bothering me about it. I'm like, all right, fine, I'll play. And nobody tells you how committed you have to be to your sport when you start to play it. And because I'm such a competitive person, it doesn't matter if I don't necessarily want to do this at the time, I'm gonna do it to my fullest capacity, you know what I'm saying, and work my hardest because I'm doing it. And you're not about to just bitch me on the court. You know what I'm saying?
Dang.
I had to do that, man. So like music sort of to the back seat. And then didn't you know the saying, man plans, God laughs. That literally what happened. It's like I got
Dang.
all these intentions to make it to, the NBA or overseas, et cetera, et cetera. And God, like, all right, take this. Like, all right,
Yeah, no, I feel that, man, for sure, man. It's like, I mean, it's crazy that it's just like, when it comes to like people's passions and things of that nature, you just can't help but just be kind of drawn into like, like your passion, like regardless, always remain consistent. Like you might just dabble in other things and everything. Like, I could do this podcasting from time to time, but at the same time, it's like, music is like, that's like one of the main things. It's just like, I got to get back to, like, I always got that urge. Like, I need to get back in the studio again. Since I first went to the studio, I had to get back in again.
all
The
right,
whole process of like just making a song and making
like,
it the way how you want to, and then you've been listening to a beat for a while. It's like, okay, I know how what hook would go good with that, or what line would go good with this. It's all good stuff in mind and everything that you gotta like it's just, you just can't deny that
absolutely.
at all. It's just so undeniable to get there. So it's like, in regards to like making like a song, or like, songwriting in general. So it's just, do you like start with a hook first, or do you just do you just feel for the beat first, and then you just like it just comes out as naturally as possible in terms of like your um situation with that?
Honestly, it really depends because half of my songs are written without a beat.
Word.
Like I was like I was telling you, like I can go outside and I'll just hear like the way a bird is chirping, and now I have this entire thing in my head. I have to write it down. I have to record it. I'll figure out how to mold the beat around it after. And then while I was in the artist development program, whenever I would go in there, they would ask like, "Oh, how you feeling today? What do you want to do today?" And like majority of the time, I'll just let them do them because producers are artists too, like very important artists. Pay your producers, people. All right, I just had to say that.
No, sorry, get it off your chest.
So I just had to let them run, and like they'll make a beat, and I'll just go with it. You know what I'm saying? So like majority of the time, I won't start with a hook. I don't know why. It just never has been me.
Mhm.
I'll start with the verse, maybe because I'm just like thinking concert wise. Like I want to talk my shit and then get into the verse, not necessarily the hook.
Yeah, no, I can feel that for sure. But it's like, I guess like with my case, it's just I just feel the beat like over extended periods of time and everything. And
Right.
whenever I get the funding to jump into the studio again, I set up a plan to set up a studio. I just use the whatever little time I got, like for a week or say, and just write as much as I can to whatever beat I have to, and then I move on to the next beat and then that beat. And then it's just like I try it out in the studio and see, like, the thing about like when I first got in, like I had to do a whole lot of re-recordings and stuff because sometimes I was sound tired and some of the verses and stuff were like kind of like, like dehydrated, or I don't even know what it is. But then it's like I'll switch up the process, or before I leave, because I would always do my sessions late at night. So I just like try to see if I can drink some Coca-Cola or something like that, maybe get some caffeine in me so I can at least sound more lively. I'll be trying to sound as lively as possible. Like, I just gonna be like, oh, I'm the shit, dude. You can't be me, or something like that, like shit like that. It's just like you can't be saying shit like that and sound tired. It's like, I don't think you believe that, my dude. You sound like you need to take a nap first before you want to start bragging or something like that. It's just a crazy process all overall. But I like to do little timestamps and everything. I listen to the beat and see where I think the hook should go and where I should think the verses should go, how many verses and stuff, which part should just be led to this part, which part needs some editing, or which part needs some, like, some sound effects and stuff. So it's just like, like listening to ASAP before, not like during the time where I was like doing my tape, but just like just the quip of listening to ASAP, you can kind of get the idea like, oh, I can turn this and I can like make my voice deep on this side, and then like, make that into an ad lib and stuff of that nature. It's just so many layers to music making, that it's a science, and you find a fondness for it over time, you know what I mean?
For sure. So you've mentioned ASAP. This is twice. I got a question. Have you ever done LSD?
Not much of an LSD kind of guy. I kind of stick with weed, but it's like I haven't done any of that stuff in a minute because it's just like it's just last time was like freaking like edible at freaking like a Dreamville Fest, and I'm just like I was so lost. Like, it was just like it was the second time I was at Dreamville Fest, and I was just freaking like, dang, if I lose these people, I'm really not gonna get home, bro. Because it's just like, because I was with my brother and his girlfriend. I'm just like, man, if I really lose these people, I don't think I'll be able to go home tonight. Because it's just like, because like, what the hell I'm supposed to do? Like, cause they're like, I swear, it's like they're like my anchor to like reality at that point. Because it's. But I was just like, man, like it's just like I'm really out of it today. I'm just walking. I'm just walking. I'm just like freaking. I don't even know what. I just hate. I hate edibles, man, because it's always like it's a great experience, but it's also a bad experience because it's just like I swear it just takes you so much out of your element. Like I saw like I'll do it just so I could be able to go to bed in college one time, like a little Rice Krispie treat and everything. It's just like all right, just don't eat the whole thing, just eat half of it. And I'll be just like okay, I'll eat half of it. Like just eat half. Nothing happened for like 30 minutes to like an hour. I'm just like, I'll just finish the rest of it. Oh well, I guess nothing happened. Like, and then it's just like, then I just like I started feeling it as I was going to bed. Okay, I guess I gotta sleep this off. Tell me why I woke up and I felt like I was drowning in my own bed. Like I'm just like, oh no, because I had to be in class in like 30 minutes. And I'm like, oh no. I'm supposed to get to class, and I feel like everybody might know and everything. I felt like I was drowning in my own bed, but I could breathe. Like I'm just like, what if I step out and I just drown some more? Like I don't know. It was just that's where my headspace was. So it's like I somehow got to class. I don't know how, but I did. And I was apparently I was focused in class. Like I was all good, but it's just like I don't remember what I learned that day. But it's just like no. So so I think I'm getting like a certain pattern here that I shouldn't be touching any of that for a while. It's just I think I should just stick to I'm gonna stick to the rainfalls and the waterfalls or whatever TLC was talking about. Cause like they're from Atlanta too, yeah. On the subject matter of Atlanta and everything. But all right, we got about a good 5 minutes and everything, so we kind of got to rope this out. Stuff of that nature, like it's just like you got any final message you want to let the people know before we bounce?
Check me out. Outcome OVTCOME. I'm on all platforms. It's a vibe. It's my own realm. I'm not trying to sound like anybody. I'm not trying to force anything on anyone. But my main message is healing through those vibrations. And I feel like sitting back watching, a lot of the decisions we make, a lot of our actions are based upon the lack of healing. And I just want to, spread that message to everybody. It's okay to be healthy. It's okay to not be toxic. Like I know this whole toxic wave is like attractive and like people think healthy is boring. It's not, man. Like heal through your shit, man, because it's affecting everyone. And yeah, man. Also,
yeah, man, I can feel that.
Shameless plug. I want to shout out my people, Black Lotus, Luna Bayou, Ballad, Shorty B, Curb, a bunch of people. I hate to be, that person, but gotta show love to the people who show love to me.
No, you got to do that for sure and everything, especially in the last couple of minutes and everything. We got like about 4 minutes and stuff. So I just want to let you know because I didn't want to have to cut people off and everything at last minute. You know what I mean? So it's just better off to just. Cause I saw that happen one time and I'm just like, damn, dude, like why? It's all right. We're pretty much ending it. Just leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? It's just to give you the to give you like the benefit of actually closing out well and stuff of that nature. But yeah, man, you have some really, really dope music, man, for real, man. You really should go far. And I don't want to put to put pressure on nobody. But I'm just like, if the world doesn't see how good like outcome is, like let me be the first to be like, dude, this is where it's at. This should be the next big thing and everything, most definitely. Like, it's just like whether if you get signed one day, I'm hoping maybe Epic Records, because at least they actually do partnerships. Like I know Access and Tennessee on one day and he actually had a partnership program with them. definitely don't want to get messed up by some other freaking record label just messing you up. You know, you want to have a long, lengthy career, and I feel like you have a long, lengthy career ahead of you for sure. And it's like, yeah, man, like most definitely. Do you have anything else you want to let the people know? Like a final last word before we bounce off?
Honored, humbled, flattered, you know, everything. Shout out to Liberian Toast Crunch. Shout out to this podcast. I thank you so much, man. You are an incredible interviewer, even doper human. You're hilarious. You keep things going.
I be trying my best for sure, but it's just my friends can call me Toasty. You know, it's just like, you know, it's all good. Just call me Toasty.
Gotcha. Well, I wish you nothing but, you know, prosperity and, you know, success. And also a lot of people don't take into account luck. So luck has a lot to do with, you know, success. So I wish you all of that, man. And thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, thank you for hopping on, man. This is a very good episode. You know, you dropped some gems here and everything. And I really hope that you get far in this whole music thing for sure, man. Most definitely. Like the world must know about outcome. They must know the outcome of outcome for sure. So like, yeah, that's it for right there. That's it for the Mental Threats Podcast, episode 99. See sewn in, and now we are sewn out. Yeah, that is it.